What up, people? Welcome to another edition, episode number 3 of the Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph, featuring the one and only Mike Steph, best in the world at what I do, best in the world at what he does. Yeah, I swear, the best laid plans, the best made plans, however that saying goes, applies right now to this here episode. You want to know why? You want to know why? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. You see, my new spiffy border. You know my outline. Shout out to Brad Winchester of the Gimmick Infringement Podcast, part of the 19 Media Group, for bestowing upon me, some class, some panache into this thing that I call a podcast / YouTube show. Being the fact that I got the graphics going on now. I had my first guest for the last 2 weeks, Tyler McDowell, also of the Gimmick Infringement Podcast. And no, that's not a mouse, that's my fucking foot. I think they said what? I think the guidelines on YouTube is you can't use the F word within the first 30 seconds to a minute. So I made it damn near 2 minutes without giving my first F-bomb. Yeah. I swear, this is just such a shit show right now. You have no idea. This is what I get for trying to be so professional, for trying to be so. Oh yeah, by the way, might as well say this is the intro. This is what I get for trying to be, actually a freaking podcaster par excellence. It never goes right. I'm going to take behind the curtain. Well, if I had a curtain to go behind, I was trying to try something new, right? Until I can get like a opening montage, video with the new theme song of the podcast. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna style on these dudes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna press this button right here and give y'all a taste of the actual new theme music, the new intro music that only was available on the audio version, the flagship, the mothership, if you will. And I was going to do that for like the first minute, and then just poof, our face is going to appear, and we're going to get on with the show, right? So, evidently, you didn't hear no music at the very beginning. You just saw my face, this border, this graphic, my background, which is the same background for longtime viewers of Hidden Gen Football, are very familiar with my trusty old couch in my window. Yeah, you don't see the clock because you don't need to see the clock. So I figured, I was going to do that. I was going to style on you, right? Do you know this is like my third or fourth attempt to actually start recording the actual episode? Because StreamYard, unbeknownst to me, actually has a pause button. Couldn't pause it. And even though the face is the same, matter of fact, even though the name doesn't change from Donnie Ooh to Mike Steph, even though one thing has stayed the same. I don't like editing crap. I don't like editing nothing. One take Mike. Maybe 2. Not 4, not 5, not cuatro, not cinco. I'm having fun with this shit. However it goes, it goes. Because guess what? I am not hitting that end recording button ever again. Not for this week. Because I'm on a kind of time crunch, which I'll get to in a very few minutes. But yeah, so I tried to sync it up, wouldn't sync up. So I was like, F it. Let me start over from the beginning. Go. Try to set everything up, press record, press my track. And because of the lag time through the StreamYard, yeah, I guess I'll never get a StreamYard sponsorship because I crap on them weekly. Due to the lagging of the internet on StreamYard, because it ain't my freaking internet. Of course, I say that. StreamYard's like, you know what? Fuck you. This is hilarious. But I will continue. Like I said, I'm having fun with this. Because my amazing Mets, which I'll get into later on in the show, have had not so amazing luck. And maybe it's so apropos that I'm wearing this shirt and my luck trying to get through the first 10 minutes of this podcast has not been so amazing. Yeah, so that's kind of what happened today. You know, I guess in the weeks and months to come, I'll be able to actually figure all this out. So if you want to hear my spiffy new intro music, you're going to have to tune in to at least the first minute and a half of the flagship, the mothership, the Salty Daughter Mike Steph audio version on all streaming platforms that have a podcast available. Yeah. So the reason why I'm under the time crunch, and tell you the truth, in about 15 minutes, I'm supposed to start commencing something that I'm going to probably be about half hour behind. But hopefully that will not cause any type of complications. Remember last week? Well, the audio listeners, if you listen to, that's why it's very important to listen to both versions, because there are lots of extras in the audio version that are not here on the YouTube, especially being the fact that I had to chop up my conversation with Mr. McDowell into two, not one, but two episodes. So, of course, some of the material, some of the information was a little bit dated. Last week, your boy Mike, this is crazy. I'm still getting used to actually saying my own fucking name. But your boy Mike, right, had a stomach virus. Yeah, I guess food poisoning, I guess due to somebody, like, all right, I'm lactose intolerant, right? So I'm really not supposed to have dairy or much dairy. There's like a couple things I can kind of sneak in that I don't get the blub blub blubs. So I am an ice cream lover. I love ice cream. Not only do I love ice cream, I love Häagen-Dazs ice cream, right? Now, over the years, they've changed the preservative. They changed something in the prepackaged containers of Häagen-Dazs ice cream. I think they inserted extra air in it to try to make up for the 2 ounces that they actually depriving people, because no longer a pint. No. It's 14 ounces. But to the naked eye, you don't notice the difference. I know. Anyway, so I realized over the years that my stomach can actually deal with Häagen-Dazs ice cream straight from the Häagen-Dazs ice cream store when they hand pack my pint, my quart, and I can eat it, right? One of the best things and the worst things I discovered over the pandemic is Uber Eats. Uber Eats, Grubhub, Seamless, the whole nine. You know, just getting shit dropped right at your door, right? So one of my splurges is I Uber Eat, where I call Uber Eats, for Häagen-Dazs ice cream. Because when I get a craving, all right, yeah, I'm paying the exuberant amount, but F it. When I get a craving, I want some Häagen-Dazs ice cream, and I want it now. So, of course, I ordered the ice cream. Matter of fact, last week, right? And the next morning I wake up, I got the bloop, bloop, bloop. But I'm like, it's the ice cream. What's the ice cream? Matter of fact, it wasn't just the ice cream. It was probably some dirty, grubby ass teenager's hands, didn't put no gloves on, and was scooping my ice cream, and probably was like, this mother effer had the audacity to put in an order for a pint of coffee ice cream and a pint of vanilla at 10 o'clock at night. So he's going to get exactly what he deserves. Wouldn't be surprised if he spit in my shit. So I eat it. I wake up next morning, I got the blub, blub, blubs. Me and the missus, we're going to do some errands because actually I'm speaking to you the day after of her belated birthday dinner extravaganza, which unfortunately I could not make the majority of because I had to be at my shoot job. But I digress. So we're doing some running around. We're doing some errands, right? And during the errands, we get to Sam's Club, and my stomach is just bubbling. And I really don't like doing, in a public space, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. So I went. Figuring, all right, get it out the system, keep it moving. Got out the system, and not only did I keep it moving, my stomach was like, bing, boom, boom. It was almost like one of those Batman videos. Matter of fact, the old Batman shows in the 60s. Ping! And you just see ping! That's how my stomach was, right? Not only that, all of a sudden I'm feeling weak. My body's aching. Feels like I'm getting sick. Now, I'm glad this is 2023 and not 2020 because if I was 2020, number one, I probably wouldn't have been outside. Secondly, I would probably caused myself to really have an anxiety attack because I would have been saying, "Oh shoot, I got COVID," even though I have no cough, no stuffy nose, no nothing, right? No, but I felt like I was getting sick. I felt like I was getting the old-fashioned flu. So, go to the next location. Try to hurry up so I can get back to the borough. And yeah. Needless to say, I went to Walmart and I earled. Oh yeah, I earled. But there's one big problem. I'm in Secaucus, Jersey. I have to get back to the borough of Brooklyn, which is there. But I'm over here. So I get back, drop my sister-in-law off. I go upstairs, had to blow up her bathroom. Get home. Luckily, I got a park right across the street. My wife, my two daughters, they empty the car while I come upstairs and empty my stomach. So all last week, I'm going back and forth. I'm drinking. Matter of fact, I got dehydrated. Go to the urgent care, so forth. They give me some Imodium AD, try to settle the tummy, whatever. Say, all right, a couple days, let it run its course. You'll be good. So you know what Mike's dumbass does? Sunday, I'm feeling good. Eat a little bit more. Monday, I'm feeling great. I'm eating like regular shit, right? Monday night, the day before I'm supposed to go back to work, guess what I do? I go back, and I'm like, you know what? I want some ice cream. I want some ice cream. So I go and eat the ice cream. As soon as I ate the ice cream, I'm like, that was not a good move. That was not a good move at all. Because number one, if the ice cream was the cause of this, you just started yourself all the way from the beginning. If the ice cream wasn't the cause of this, being the fact that your stomach is sensitive and you're lactose intolerant, this dairy is not going to do good. So, get up Tuesday. Yeah, I know it's long-winded, but so what? Get up Tuesday. My stomach is bing, boom, bang. It was what it was. So pretty much from Tuesday, my stomach and my physical well-being has been like a roller coaster. Tuesday started down, we're going on the upswing. Wednesday, wake up. Oh, yeah, I'm going back down. Thursday, oh, I'm going back up. I'm feeling good. Friday, I'm feeling like shit. Saturday, it's a little bit stabilized, but I think I went from having gastritis to gastroenteritis. There is a difference. Gastritis is your stomach. Gastroenteritis is probably your intestines and probably your colon. And I say all that to say, and yeah, like I told you, I'm in a time crunch, and here I am stringing shit out so fucking long, right? Tomorrow, I was scheduled for the last month to have a colonoscopy. This procedure is very important for anybody, especially when you reach your 40s, right? That get your colonoscopy, get your prostate checked, the whole nine, right? Like I've said before, and I have no shame of it. I'll be 47 in August. So, especially over the last couple of months, where whatever I've been going through, those who know, those who don't, you'll just go back to my past archives. I've been very cognizant of my health. Like, all right, let me get these tests done to make sure nothing sneaks up on me, right? That's number one. Number two, two close and near and dear friends of mine. I've gotten news from in the last couple of weeks that they're currently in a battle. I'll just say that. And both of them, like I said, near and dear friends of mine. And that's even heightened the importance of me making sure I go and get myself checked, right? I don't believe I have any symptoms, but then again, at the same time, you don't know. That's why you have to get these tests done so they can try to catch anything before it sprouts, before it spreads. Now, of course, when you're dealing with a colonoscopy, you have to prep the day before. Being the fact that I've had on and off diarrhea the whole fucking week, you would think I'll be pretty much prepped, right? No. Whatever the hell is in my stomach, I need to get out. So I'm hoping this prep that I'm doing, where I was supposed to start doing it about 4 minutes from now, which will probably be pushed back until I'm finished this podcast. I'm hoping that this prep that I do will not only help prepare me for what's coming tomorrow morning, but will help clean my ass out for whatever the fuck has been in my stomach for the last week. So yeah, that's why I'm supposed to be on a time crunch. But I didn't spend 20 minutes explaining to you why I'm on a time crunch. So yeah, ain't that something shit? Salty thoughts of Mike Steph. Yeah, up there. That's what you expect. The unexpected. So this week, I have 3 topics at hand. Not 1, not 2, but 3. First and foremost, because I'm so used to doing this in segments, like on the audio version, all of a sudden you hear, and then I can kind of prepare myself for the next segment. But yeah, first and foremost, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, Jets. It's not official yet. It's not official, but it's as close to official as I guess we're going to do it. Even though I saw some erroneous news on my phone that all of a sudden now our plan B is going to be Matthew Stafford. If y'all don't get the fuck out of here with Matthew Stafford, I'd rather take my chances with Zach Wilson. I'm sorry. And tell you the truth, I'm not really willing to take my chances with Zach Wilson, but better than broken ass Matthew Stafford. He got a broken neck. Broke back. Unless he's going to be Perk Angle for all my wrestling heads, I don't want no part of Matthew Stafford. For all that, we can go to Lamar Jackson. Give the two first round picks, 26 years old, but I will get into that hopefully as this segment continues. Now, I wrote some trusty ass notes. Oh yeah, the trusty ass notes have returned. I wrote some trusty ass notes as my stomach is starting to blub blub blub. That's why I have this Schweppes ginger ale to try to solve the acid reflux that I'm currently going through right now. Because I'm a trooper. I'm a trooper. You see what I do? You see what I go through to give y'all what y'all need, what y'all richly deserve? Yeah, I know. I spent like a month letting y'all know that me getting so hyper and so upset and so boisterous is not healthy for me. But yet here I am, ranting and raving. But it's no angst. It's no angst. It's pure fun. It's pure fun. But yeah, I got some notes that I wrote because I was watching one of my favorite shows on YouTube, one of my favorite sports shows overall, Brother from Another, and Mike Smith, Michael Holly, two hosts of Brother from Another, was going back and forth over whether or not, well, who has the leverage when it comes to the Aaron Rodgers to the Jets situation. Is it the Green Bay Packers? Is it the New York Jets? Or is it Aaron Rodgers himself? Right? So I'm going to read this pretty much verbatim and put my little extra salt on what's going on, right? I wrote, I see the spin already. Matter of fact, no, F this. I see the spin already. I see the narrative that's already being formed concerning this inevitable trade. As soon this past week, matter of fact, this past week, I believe this past Tuesday or Wednesday, Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show, his platform of choice, to put out what he wants to put out and emanate to the masses. And he publicly stated his desire to play for the New York Jets. Now, this was after a couple of days prior. You had Trey Ringo, who had actually, quote unquote, leaked and said the deal is almost done. Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets. Now, I think that was half true of Aaron Rodgers wants to come to the Jets, but the deal was nowhere near done because, as we can see right now, it is Sunday, March 19th, 2023, and Aaron Rodgers is not officially a member of the New York Jets. So a lot of people in the media space was like, "Oh yeah, Trey Ringo, yeah, he got an in. Oh, Trey Ringo, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about." Especially ESPN. And do you know why ESPN was pushing this narrative? Everybody except, and I'll give credit, Max Kellerman, was because who does ESPN have as their main NFL insight, as their main NFL scoop or scooper? Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter was saying, "Yeah, you know, what you go at the Packers want this, the Jets want that, you know, Aaron Rodgers, blah, 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 blah." And a couple of times you heard through the grapevine that Aaron Rodgers, like, nobody knows, and nobody knows anything about me except for the people that I know. And the people that I know are not going to leak that out. So I believe that's why Aaron Rodgers made a point this week to come out on the Pat McAfee show and say exactly how he felt. And everybody knows, and trust me, I am doing a little bit of 180 because guess what? At the end of the day, I want my New York Jets to win a Super Bowl, to get to a Super Bowl. Matter of fact, just to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not even going to be greedy. Anything I've said in the past about Aaron Rodgers being less than honorable, you know, a little bit coy when it came to the vaccination, immunization status, And tell you the truth, my thoughts or my feelings have changed on a lot of things. Brush that to the side. I'm not talking about that. But one thing Aaron Rodgers has been steadfast on is he has his people, and trust is number one. Like I said before, and others have said also, but I know I've said it, and I got proof. I've said that Aaron Rodgers and CM Punk are very similar. I think I even said it in one of my podcasts. Is Aaron Rodgers the CM Punk of the NFL? I mean, even facially, they look the same. They're very ornery. They have their own code of ethics. They have their own standards of what they deem acceptable, what they deem honorable. And if you cross them one time, not two, not three, you don't get 3 strikes. One time, you're done. And I kind of find something honorable in that. Why am I going to give somebody 3 chances to hurt me? Once you've hurt me once, you already shown me that you have the capability of hurting me. So why would I ever want you to hurt me again? Yeah, I know. I go through therapy. So what? I've learned not to hold grudges as much. Or I'm trying not to hold grudges, but see, I'm about to get myself sidetracked. But yeah. So Aaron Rodgers like, oh, so this guy is trying to make trying to make a coin off of what he thinks I'm going to do. No. I am going to control this. So when he came out and he publicly stated his desire to play for the New York Jets, it seemed like most of the media pundits came out in opposition of him, in opposition to getting what he wants. Never mind about the fact that since the offseason started, and there have been rumors, whispers that either Aaron Rodgers is going to retire or pretty much Aaron Rodgers is not going to return to Green Bay. Everybody trying to figure out what would be his best destination. And 95% of them was like New York, the New York Jets. Good nucleus, young team, good defense, only a quarterback away. And they got enough maneuverability that they can add in key spots. Las Vegas, yeah, Devontae Adams. But y'all forget Devontae left Green Bay probably because Aaron Rodgers kind of screwed him when it came to Devontae getting paid. Do you really think he was going to welcome him with open arms for no chance to get to the playoffs? No chance to get to the Super Bowl? The Vegas defense is crap. Where else was he going to go? Was he going to go to Tennessee? Yeah, all right. Or because he lives in Tennessee, or he got a mansion in Tennessee, don't mean he want to fucking play in Tennessee. Well, he was going to go to... Where was he going to go? He was going to go to San Francisco? San Francisco was going to pay that $60 million and gut half their roster? That was going to happen. Especially when they was a Brock Purdy injury away from getting to the Super Bowl. You know, Mr. Irrelevant. So that wasn't going to happen either. Oh, boy. So now all of a sudden, everybody's doing a 180. Oh, I don't think, he should just stay. His best path to the Super Bowl is to stay in the NFC because you only got to deal with Jalen Hurts and their team is being depleted. And you only have to deal with San Francisco and they're in the search for a quarterback. So his path is easier. Now, if he goes to the AFC, look at the gauntlet of quarterbacks he has to go through. He has to go to Joe Burrow. He has to go through Patrick Mahomes. He has to go through Justin Herbert. He has to go through Josh Allen. Okay, that's 5. And he has to go through Lamar Jackson. That's 6. Okay. But this is when I knew the spin was in. This is when I knew the fix was in. He has to go through Trevor Lawrence. If you don't get the fuck out of here. Trevor Lawrence? Really? Yeah, he won one playoff game. And the only reason he won that playoff game, and yes, he did show a lot of resilience. from that horrendous first half was because he was going against Brandon Staley of the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. That's the only reason. Because if that was another competent coach, dare I say, his own coach was coached against him, there's no way in hell that they would have came back from that deficit to win that game. So that's when I knew the spin was in. The spin was in. The fix was in. Now, it seems like because Rodgers took ownership of his own narrative and controlled what information was given, everybody seems hell-bent either to sully his reputation, bringing up the immunization shit, bringing up his ornery attitude, bringing up the fact that he doesn't really like young players, bringing up this quote-unquote wish list, which he dispelled on the Pat McAfee show. He's like, yeah, they asked me what would I think about certain things. And yeah, Alan Lazard, good receiver, good in locker room. Randall Cobb, that's my boy, great locker room leader. Mercedes Lewis, yeah, once again, maybe a little bit longer in the tooth, but he can bestow or, give some positive feedback into the tight end room. And, as a Hail Mary, yeah, if you're going to do all that, can you get me OBJ? It's like, it wasn't like a demand list. It wasn't like, yeah, you got to get me XYZ or I'm not coming. We talked for 4 hours. If they say something, all right, I'm going to answer. And that was very reasonable. But then all of a sudden you start hearing the whispers. Oh, he done put a wish list. He done demanded that these 4 people. I'm quite sure he's going into it with his eyes open. He's like, look, I got the coordinator of my choice already in place. They need a little bit more depth in wide receiver. So we bring in Lazard in. Okay, fine. That's one person that I know I can count on to a certain degree, right? I know Garrett Wilson is the stud. I know he's going to be my Devontae Adams. I understand that. Bringing Randall Cobb to help the receiving core get on the same page as me. If you're paying me $60 million, and this is his words, not mine. If you're paying me $60 million, do you not really want to set me up to succeed? Do you? Or do you not? Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Yeah. So, once again, I could see the spin. Now, full transparency, Adam Schefter went on exactly right after he made the announcement on the Pat McAfee show. And he says, love, I was going through my back channels and this person was saying, ask this person. The person I asked said, ask the person that told you to ask me, blah, blah, blah. So I was going back and forth. So I pulled my ace in the hole. I text Aaron Rodgers. And I text him, what were his intentions? And do you know what he said back to me? He said, nice try. Now lose my number. You don't think if you text somebody who's not a friend, but you text somebody, try to get some info from the source, and that source pretty much tells you, mind your fucking business, you're not going to feel away? I know I would feel away. I mean, I feel away about a lot of shit. But I know I would feel away. You don't think he would feel away? You don't think that all of a sudden, all these little tidbits of Matthew Stafford, of, oh, it's all a bust? Oh, Green Bay doesn't have to do anything they don't want to do because they're fully prepared to bring him back into training camp, even though as of recently as earlier this week, their brain trust is like, look, we're ready to roll with Jordan Love. They're willing to eat that $60 million. Yeah, I done spit, so what? Everything that's going on is being spiteful. So maybe it is in the Jets' interest to put these people in place So he can they can actually get a head start so until it finally official. And tell you the truth, there's nothing forbidding just players hooking up with Aaron Rodgers during the offseason and getting their own reps in. It's not tampering. It isn't. Who said I can't play? Who said if I'm boys with this team, I can't play catch with him? Acid reflux is the mother effer. But yeah, they reinforcing the narrative that he's so self-absorbed, he's selfish, he's a diva, he's wrong for feeling the way that he's been feeling for the way he's been handled over the last couple seasons. He's saying, I'm a 4-time MVP, right? I was a 2-time MVP, and all I said was, can you get me some fucking help? Can you get me another receiver? I got Devontae Adams. Can you get me some help? And y'all draft my replacement. So that's subtly telling me, yeah, your clock is ticking. And what the hell did I do? I gave you 2 more MVP caliber seasons. But did you add on to that? I got you to 2 consecutive. No, matter of fact, I got you to an NFC Championship game, and I got you home field advantage in the playoffs. And y'all couldn't add not one bit on my side of the ball. On top of that, y'all let the defense decline. I'm not supposed to feel away. I'm not supposed to feel away. I'm supposed to put my body in. I'm supposed to put myself in bodily harm to help y'all, and y'all don't want to help me help y'all. Last year, yeah, his numbers did decline, and there's times that he looked like he really didn't give a fuck. But he was playing with a broken finger, broken thumb, some shit like that. And he still put up 26 and 12, which are very, very anemic numbers for him, especially the interceptions. But I would kill for 26 and 12. 26 and 12 would have got us to the second round of the playoffs, baby. Like I said, coincidentally, we heard that the Jets now we hear the Jets have no leverage. How Rodgers made matters worse by announcing his intentions, and how the Packers are content with dragging this out until June, etc. I guess it's going to be to be continued because this is going to be an ongoing narrative, an ongoing story. At the end of the day, everybody knows that Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Jet. But I will say this. Because I'm not a fool. I've been a Jet fan. This season will be 41 years. I got in on the ground floor 1982. So this will be 41 years with no Super Bowl appearance for yours truly. They haven't made the Super Bowl since 1968. So that's 55 years, some shit like that. It would be very Jets-like for us not to actually clinch the deal on Aaron Rodgers. But I really feel once they sign Alan Lazard, I think really what I think the holdup is, the Jets probably don't want to relinquish the first round pick for this upcoming draft. I think that's the 13th pick in the first round. They probably want to give them, if you're going to give them a first round pick, give it to them next year. And the Packers probably want and try to hold steadfast for this year. I think that's what's the back and forth. They're not getting 2 first round picks, especially when we don't even know if we're going to get 2 full fucking seasons from Aaron Rodgers. But that's where I really when it comes down to. Now, if we hold steadfast, and there's no deal by the draft, I'm even tell you the truth, even though I'll be a little bit discouraged, but shit, what the fuck is going on? OTAs? He wasn't going to show up at OTAs anyway. Just to get everything in motion, you want him in the building, but he's already sat down. You don't allow your marquee player to sit down with an opposing team's ownership trust if you have no intention of letting him go. So it pretty much is a done deal. It just isn't official. And when it is official, I'll be back to talk about matter of fact, I'm going to still talk about my JET and Jets whenever I feel like it. But hopefully it'll be official sooner than later. Now, Knickerbockers talk. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Showing my age. The New York Knicks have clinched a winning record for the second time in 3 years. I believe only the third time in the last, 15, 20 years. Currently, we're 2.5 games back of the Cleveland Cavaliers for the 4th seed in the East. Tell you the truth, I really don't believe it matters. As long as we stay in 5th and don't drop to 6th, in which you got a 2-game lead over those freaking Brooklyn Nets, who I'll give credit. They've been battling. They haven't fallen in the tank, as a lot of people thought they would do after losing KD and Kyrie. And my stomach is probably telling me that I need to hurry this up. I need to hurry this up. The New York Knicks right now stand at the record of 42-30, 12 games over 500, right? They're led by Jalen Brunson, averaging damn near 24 points a game or 48.5% shooting from the field. He missed 3.5 games on this last West Coast road trip, which we actually split 2-2. We went 2-2 with. Then we came home yesterday and we beat the division. Matter of fact, the conference leading Denver Nuggets at home. What a matinee! We beat Jokic. We beat Murray. We beat Porter. That's why on the other side of the town, or other side of the country, as a Warriors fan, even though we got so many things we got to worry about, and tell you the truth, I'm not talking about the Warriors because this is Knickerbocker talk. But that's why a lot of people do have no fear when it comes to Denver, because not saying that the Knicks didn't deserve that win. Yeah, we bust their ass. We was down by 9, came back, down by 9, down by 12 again. And I think we ended the game on like a 10-2 run. Like we clamped down. And that's what has impressed me the most. We shortened the rotation. We got McBride. We got Quickly doing a damn thing. We have Jalen Brunson allowing Julius Randle to just concentrate on what he does well. And not have to do things that would get the team as a whole in trouble, which is handle the ball. See, with Jalen Brunson playing the point so exquisite, he gets Julius Randle the ball in areas where he can succeed. Without spin, turn, shoot, clank, clank, clank. Julius Randle is averaging 35 minutes a game, 25.2 points per game, 10.3 rebounds per game. The only thing that would make this season a failure, in my eyes, would be a first-round exit. If we go against the Cleveland Cavaliers and we have to face Donovan Mitchell, who should be a New York Knick, Yes, I know. If we would which guard we would have gave him up, who knows? But trust me, he should have been a New York Knick. Going back to the Aaron Rodgers talk, if one thing the Jets have to guard themselves against, it's not apples to apples, more like apple to oranges. You have the man in your hand. Don't take it for granted. Close the deal. We thought we had Donovan Mitchell in our grasp, which we did, but we took advantage and fucking Danny Ainge did a side deal and stuck it to us. I just don't want to lose to Donovan Mitchell, because then you have to hear the whole narrative, the whole season, especially this fake ass fan, Stephen A. Smith. Like, if you don't shut the fuck up, like for real. Stephen A., he only gets on the Knick bandwagon when we're doing good. Remember, a lot of people forget. I hold him responsible for the dark years of Phil Jackson, because I remember he was about to lead a boycott in front of Madison Square Garden to protest James Dolan and to get the leadership that was in there, who, albeit we wasn't winning championships, but we was a formidable team. We was a competitive team. And he was like, oh, we got to get these guys out of there. You got to get Grunfall out of here. Blah, 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 blah. We got to get... Da-da-da. And that caused Dolan to pivot and give Phil Jackson, we had, 3 years of suck? And we're just climbing out of that abyss? But that was due to Stephen A. Smith, fucking fair weather ass fan. Continue to stay in Miami. Continue to stay in Vegas. Continue to stay in LA. Fuck with them. Don't mess with the Knicks. And for as much grief as I've given them in the past, and I'm talking about Kendrick Perkins lit his ass up, because Kendrick Perkins called him out on his bullshit when it comes to the Knicks. Called him out like, look, how am I repping your team harder than you are? I told you from jump that they were going to be a top 5 seed. You was, oh, we don't got Donovan. You know how many people had to check Stephen A. on this Donovan Mitchell shit? Monica McNutt of MSG and ESPN pretty much told him on national TV, yo, fix your face, because evidently you're not paying attention to what's actually going on. JJ Redick, who I have a lot of things that I got a bone to pick with him about, but in this particular situation, he was correct. Like, my man, are you watching the games? Because everything that you're spewing right now doesn't match the analytics. But in reality, just the plain stats, just the eye test. And Stephen A. can't be serious. If he won't be serious, he can't be truthful if he says he watches the majority of the New York Knicks games, because he don't. Because it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. And then when we get a nice, impressive victory on national TV, yeah, go New York. That's what I'm talking about. If y'all get the fuck out of here. But yeah, like I said, this is not going to be, I'm not going to have an in-depth talk about the Knicks until the playoffs come in. But being the fact that it's been a long time since I've really given them the credit, I got to give credit where credit is due. Tibbs cut down the rotation. So we got Randall, we got Brunson, RJ. We really do need to get RJ the fuck up out of here. But quickly, Josh Hart. I think, what's the record since we've gotten Josh Hart? I want to say 12-4, something to that effect, since we've had Josh Hart. Josh Hart is one of those intangible players that, even though he doesn't have playoff experience per se, his experience with Jalen Brunson. Remember, they were teammates back in Villanova on those back-to-back national championship teams in Villanova, led by Jay Wright. There's something innate when you're playing with your boy, when you're playing with somebody that knows what you're about to do before you do it. And on top of the fact that Josh Hart has a lot of heart, pardon the pun. So I really believe they got something going there. They really do got something going. And second round, yeah, I can see us giving Philly all they can handle in the second round. I'm not sure if we could beat them, but we have beat them in the regular season. I don't know what the season series record is, but yeah, New York Knicks, keep it up, keep it up. I told you there was a reason why I was wearing my Amazing Mets paraphernalia. And it's not only just to match in with the spiffy new graphics, the spiffy new border. Even though this should look great. Like I just blend all the way in, right? Edwin Diaz. Pause with the. Okay, I shouldn't even did that. Pause. But Mr. Timmy Trumpets himself, Aaron Edwin Diaz, done for the year with the severe knee injury that he attained by celebrating an exhilarating victory in the World Baseball Classic, the WBC. WBC. I don't know. I don't know why I all of a sudden. You know what came to my mind? Operation Lockdown by Helter Skelter. BCC. BC. It went down like this. Yeah, Edwin Diaz went down like this. No. No. Matter of fact, I'll take that back. Even though there's no edit here. The reason I had to bring this up is because there's a lot of players that are getting injured in the WBC. I believe Jose Altuve of the Cheat Stros, T.M. McDowell, got hit by a pitch, a 96 mile per hour pitch on his hand, and he is due for surgery and will be missing part of the season. I think I forgot the other person name, the other player name that got hurt. But it's brought back the debate of why, not so much why the WBC is being played. Okay, fine. But why is it being played concurrently in the lead up to the MLB regular season? Why? Don't you think this is something that should be played at the end of the season? Think about it. You can still have the warm weather cities. Oh, what? It's too much wear and tear on the players because they just did a 162 game season, and in some cases the playoffs, in some cases the World Series. But if the argument is the pride to play for your country, to represent your country, well, with that pride just goes away if it's played in November instead of March. To me, it's just too close to the regular season. There's too much of an investment in these players, multi-million-dollar investments in these players, for you to take a chance that you're going to lose your multi-million-dollar investment for the season. He is our number one closer. Now, being effective, we got Steve Cohen, Richie Rich himself. We doubled up. So we got David Robinson. who will probably assume the closing duties for the time being. We also have Adam Ottavino, who has, I mean, it's not number one choice, but he has closing experience. And there's through the grapevine that Zach Britton, formerly of the Yankees, have been working out for a couple people, and he is a Buck Showalter favorite. So we do have the cachet to pivot and try to salvage our bullpen situation, especially being the fact that we're losing one of the key cogs of our upcoming starting rotation, Quintana, due to they found the lesion on one of his ribs. They said it's benign, which is great, but he's probably going to miss half the season. But he's probably, I think he was penciling to probably be our third or fourth starter. So it's not as drastic as Edwin Diaz, but that's something that just ended up happening. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm a little torn, because as much as I can say, Edwin Diaz wouldn't have got injured, because if he would have just been playing in spring season games, guess what? Just the other night, Brandon Nemo's cleat got caught up in the dirt, running from first to second, and now he's out for the foreseeable future with questionable ankle and knee injury. Hopefully not too serious. It's just like somebody put some bad mojo, because, hey, what's up, Mojo? Somebody put some bad juju on the Mets, because we made a lot of the MLB owners look like cheapskates. We made a lot of them look like not only were their hands too short to box with God, but motherfuckers had short arms and deep pockets. Why? Are we supposed to feel away because our owner actually likes to burn money? Our owner actually wants to win. Our owner actually wants us to show growth. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I'm still gonna keep the faith. I'm still gonna, really, really hold and keep the faith that this is not going to be a lost season, that we're not going to have a redo of damn near 30 years ago, the worst team that money can buy, led by Mo Vaughn. All my Mets, all my Metropolitan fans, remember Mo Vaughn, the poster child of the worst team that money can buy. I'm gonna stay positive that we're gonna be able to persevere, and we will continue to be amazing. So amazing. So amazing. Well, I think I did it. I think I made it to the end. Even though I'm behind on starting my prep. So wish me well. But I made it to the end without really, having too much of a bloop, bloop, bloop. I made it to the end without regurgitating this. And I made it to the end of another edition of the Salty Thoughts of Mike Steph. I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for making me and this here platform the one y'all choose to listen to and the one y'all choose to view. Truly appreciate it. Listen, I told y'all, this is going to be a work in progress. I'm so used to doing things a certain way that anytime there's a little bit of change, there's a little bit of, pivots, there's a little bit of, progression. It takes a little time for me to get into my groove. But I think I found it. I think I found it. Not to get too graphic, but for all y'all lovers out there, when you know, you're with your woman, right? And y'all are having that special time, and you get into that groove. I think I started finding it this episode. Yeah. So this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna give some plugs out here because shoot, what would be a Salty Thoughts episode without giving some effing plugs, right? But this time I can actually do it in person. First and foremost, I'd like to give a shout out to my homie, my bro, the Mojo King, and his Hidden Gems series. He has Hidden Gems Football with me, Mike Steph, and the Mojo King, where during the football season, we go over and unearth all the hidden gems in the world of football. We get fantasy bet. We get down to fantasy. Man, we don't really do fantasy, to tell you the truth. But we do point spreads, we do prop bets, we do survivor pools. We pretty much try to earn you some coin or give you at least some type of direction on what's the best way you can get some coin for your hard-earned buck. Hidden Gems Football. Also, he has Hidden Gems Golf, where he unearths all the hidden gems in the world of fantasy golf that comes out each and every Wednesday on all streaming platforms wherever podcast is available. And then finally, the Hidden Gems Czar himself will team up with his partner, Willie Freeman, where they unearth all the hidden gems in the world of hip-hop. So you got Hidden Gems Football, Hidden Gems Golf, and hip-hop hidden gems, all a part of the 19 Media Group. Now, to my people that are responsible for all this, and no, I'm not doing, okay, yeah. Winchester and McDowell, Gimmick Infringement. They drop each and every Monday, late Sunday night, early Monday morning on the YouTube page of the 19 Media Group. Each week, they unearth, matter of fact, about to fuck up. Each week, they go back over the happenings in the world of professional wrestling. And not only that, I told y'all, just like I told y'all and told him when he was on this platform the last 2 weeks, Tyler McDowell, they are, to me, the mothership, the flagship of, matter of fact, they're almost like the pirate ship. Yeah, the pirate ship of the 19 Media Group, where everybody comes to give their few cents. Check out an episode from a couple weeks ago where they teamed up with Close Up Magic to talk how wrestling and basketball intersect and intertwine. Check out their segments, A Rose from Tyler, where he recaps The Bachelor. Of all things, The Bachelor. And one of my favorites, what they're grateful for, what they're thankful for, where they take time out each week, well, most weeks, more often than not, to just give thanks for the small things in life, the small things that make them happy, and hopefully will make you actually process in your mind about what you need to be thankful for. Yeah. All that and more each week on Gimmick Infringement. Winchester and McDowell. On all streaming platforms, wherever podcasts are available. 2 more and then I'm out of here because I know I'm stringing this out probably longer than it needs to be, but I'll be remiss if I do not mention these 2 entities. Shout out to my bros, my homies from the BRP, the Black Wrestling Podcast. BRP Live each and every Thursday night at 8:35. Check out the homies. Fam, Cal, the homie Math, Drip, Mimi. Each and every Thursday. Where they chop it up with the chat, chop it up with y'all. Let y'all know what's the ins and outs of professional wrestling from the Black perspective. Yes. Check out the homies each and every Thursday. And also check out their Patreon page. Patreon/Black Wrestling. Pay the 1, pay the 10. Check them out. You'll be glad you did. And last but not least, check out my homie, Body More Bottles on YouTube. Like and subscribe because guess what? I'm doing this shit on YouTube my damn self. So check out the homie, Body More Bottles on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Be More's number one. Reviewing all liquors, all spirits, all cocktails, all concoctions, all everything. Check out the homie, Body More Bottles on YouTube. Like and subscribe. What the fuck? You heard me? Yo, this is so crazy. I'm not used to doing this shit and actually seeing myself do this shit. So I can imagine how this shit used to come through on the fucking audio tide, and you be like, damn, I wonder how he's doing it. I wonder how he looks. I wonder how he's moving around. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm moving around. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of more moving around when I get out of here and start my prep. So, with all that being said, until next week, I will see each and every one of y'all. Remember, I drop it every Monday. Every Monday. There we go. Even though I know I was told not to put it on here, but just got to put it. Every Monday, the flagship on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm. And my medias, my social medias, at Mike Steffens _ on Twitter, at Mike_Steph on Instagram, and at Mike Steph _ on TikTok. Yeah. So, like I said, I think that's it. With all that being said, I will check y'all next week. Goodbye. The fuck? Didn't I say goodbye? So why is this red light still going on? This is some bullshit. You know why? You know what? Since there's some bullshit going on, and I'm still going on, so I might as well let y'all get a little sneak peek of my intro, which is actually gonna be my outro this week. Play.
Salty thoughts of Mike Steph, this marks a new beginning. Thanks for supporting a total reinvention. The soul is still here, but the vibe's a little different. Unpredictable, hide the kids and the women. Sports of all sorts, music, mixed for living. Rep New York City, but ain't the politician. Always bring the heat, Steph bacon in the kitchen. Big shout to y'all, I appreciate the listen. Donnie put the rest, but I'm still in the best in the world of what I do. All y'all know the rest. I live it, I breathe it, I'm the whole definition. The pinnacle, the ultimate, I'm on a new mission.